All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakah Hagadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. All right, I want to do this video on what it says right here. Johnson and Johnson, C virus max, morally wrong. Catholic bishops caution just that. So they basically are they're basically telling people, they're trying to convince people to use the Moderna or the Pfizer Max instead. All right, so it's a quick little video right here.
First of all, talk with me about the importance and kind of the calculation that was made that away from hospitals and clinics, you're going to need mega sites. Why?
Well, this is an unprecedented effort to take on vaccinating every person in the country. And in order to have the capacity and the mass, you have to move people in ways that we simply haven't done before. Add to it the ultra cold temperatures for some of the vaccines that have to be maintained. You need to observe people for 15 to 30 minutes afterwards, make sure they don't have a severe allergic reaction. All of that kind of operational complexity means adding all the medical capabilities with the incredible kind of logistics and operations capabilities that stadiums and the people around them can bring.
You know, you talk about the 15 to 30 minute waiting period after you get that vaccination. What are you watching for? I know that there are reactions, and we had a little bit of someone saying that this hour already in one of our videos describing what people might feel. But let's get detailed about what you as a doctor are looking for after somebody gets the shot.
Yeah, the most...
You know, not to pause much, but you notice how it's always the black woman. All right, it's always the damn black woman. And then in those last days, they're gonna have the so-called black woman out there being the chippers. You know, they're gonna be the main ones trying to convince you to take that max and that chip.
The most basic thing is when you have an anaphylactic reaction, that's the most severe kind of allergic reaction, and it's only 1 in about 150,000 people that will have this. You will see people start to have swelling up in their mouth and in their breathing passages. They develop difficulty breathing. Their blood pressure can go way high. They know it. They start feeling very sick. And as simple as an EpiPen and oxygen can begin to turn things around, but it needs to be done immediately.
Wow, okay. And I want to get some numbers from you now, because the capacity where you are is large, from our reporter Casey Stegall talking about these sites. How many have you vaccinated so far at Gillette Stadium?
Well, we're running sites at Gillette Stadium, Fenway Park, and a place called Reggie Lewis Track and Field, and we're already past 100,000 vaccinations. And
Damn, man.
We'll be continuing to grow more. All of our sites, these large sites, have capacity to do almost what what's asked. The limitations at this point are the supplies.
Dr. Gawande, before I let you go, I want to ask about this new Johnson & Johnson. And you mentioned with the Pfizer and Moderna, the temperatures that you've got to be sensitive about, keeping them so cold, and then thawing them in time to get them into people's arms. That sort of dance that you have to do, and it's precise. How does Johnson & Johnson change things, and does it speed up those lines outside even Gillette Stadium? How many more could you do if you didn't have to go through all that you do with the other two vaccinations?
The Johnson & Johnson vaccine is such a big deal. It's a one-shot vaccine, so that means you can do twice as many people. It's refrigerated, so you have much more tolerance for transportation and moving supplies all across the country. And then furthermore, what we see is, just like Moderna, just like Pfizer, its ability to prevent you from having hospitalization and death is near 100% from what we've seen so far. Prevention of severe illness is at 86%. So this is the protection that you want available across all these vaccines. And so at this point, we'll just take the supply of what's available and bring it to our entire population.
Sure. Dr. Gawande running not one, not two, but 3 megasites that we learned about just as you were talking. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
All right. So as you've seen in that video, um, I'm pretty sure it recorded. If it didn't, then I'm gonna rewatch the video when it comes to making sure it recorded. But as you've seen in that video, um, they got this new Max, and they said it's a one shot. They said it's refrigerated, so it's easier for transportation. This is what the hell we have been talking about for years. And I'm gonna say it in almost every video I can as possible. For years. Years. All right? You got the apostles that's been out there for how many years? 30 years or so? 40? The days of Noah, he been prophesying for 100 years or more or less. But somewhere around that. Could you imagine prophesying for 100 years and people still not believing you? All right? That shows that we're doing the good works. All right? And you people that hate us, that's good. All right? So he's been prophesying for 100 years. And you people still didn't want to listen. So it's going to be that time again. That's further proof of reincarnation. All right? That's a straight cut. We don't want to hear no bullshit on people saying that there's no such thing as reincarnation. Because we'll easily cut you on that. But that's a further proof for reincarnation. Right there. But back to the main point. You people do not want to listen. This is Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust the chariots, because they are many and in horsemen. All right? So woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. And what's the modern day Egypt? What is it? Babylon. You're going down to America for help. All right? You're going to this place and the system and the society for help until it crashes. All right? So when you saw all those people taking that Max, all the Maxines right there. All right? They had a whole video on it. There's no damn excuse about it. There's no excuse about that. All right? You saw it clear as day, and they said this one is a one shot. They even told you just now. They even told you that people got these weird reactions afterwards. They said people faces swelling up, people having a hard time breathing, their lungs are like swelling up and closing. What the hell kind of shit is that? Alright? And you people love this place. I don't get it. I really don't get it. You take a look outside. Anytime out of the day, anytime out of your hour, minutes, seconds, don't matter. Take a look outside and look around and see who's walking. Try to find people that's walking around outside, right? Or driving. That's bad enough. You see people driving with fucking masks. You see people walking around with masks. This is a whole pandemic. And you think this is natural? For the people that say that wearing a mask is natural? Right now, last time I checked, I have a hole. Last time I checked, there's a hole on your face, 2 other holes on your face, and 2 holes on the side of your head. Ears, nose, and mouth. Last time I checked. So if wearing a mask is natural, why do we have mouth and nose and eyes? Cause that's considered some. Alright? You got the small organ, right? I forgot what I think they call it a hypothalamus. They said that's a drill sergeant, right? That's a drill sergeant to your immune system, and it's mostly adapted once they're in your 20s, I think, around there, or your teens, your mid-teens, or late teens. Either way, that's a drill sergeant to your hypothalamus. It's a drill sergeant to your immune system. And when you're wearing a mask, especially at a young age, 'cause I'm seeing children, babies with masks. How the hell are they supposed to grow up? You're killing your hypothalamus. You're killing your immune system, because it's lowering your immune system. Therefore, there will be no point in having a hypothalamus. That's like cutting it out of your chest. But they said that's where it's located, around like the middle of the chest. It's very small, but it trains it. And you're having children on up to 20 wearing masks, and therefore their hypothalamus is no use. That's not natural. All of the organs in the body, maybe except some, are supposed to be at least useful for the body. Slocky, I said Bible. Damn, the Bible is a living book. It ain't got organs, but it got the word of the Lord. Even if an organ isn't even useful, it's still useful for the body because it's part of the body. All right. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. And this is why I was talking about the Bible being a living book, because it really is. All right. We cut you Christians using this Bible, but every time we try to cut you, you always run away. So you know what? It's a cut either way. All right. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So Esau Edom knows that he has a short time. That's why he's pushing out these maxes. That's why they making these new ones. They said it's refrigerated, so it's better transportation. They're gonna try. They're trying to push it. They're pushing it heavy. They're coming down onto you people having great wrath. Ultimately, that RFID microchip. They're having great wrath because you know that he has but a short time. What can't you get around with this scripture? Why? Why can't you get these scriptures? Fake Christians. Why can't you just understand these scriptures? Because you don't like them. All right? You don't like the scriptures. You really don't. The only one you like is John 3:16. But if you read on, he say, pray not for the world. All right? It's different definitions for world. You Christians really don't like the Bible. You hate the Bible. That's all. You hate the Bible. Fucking hypocrites. You hate the Bible. Every time we ask you if you want to talk about the Bible, you always walk off. All right? And yet you claim to be pastors. Like last time we saw a pastor wearing some black with leopard stripes, looking like some sort of pimp. These pastors are getting old and rich because they collecting money with these collection tables, these collection plates. They getting filthy rich off of you people. All right? But that's all right, because in those last days, the dollar is going to crash. And all that money that they have is going to be nothing. You Christians really do not like the Bible. You hate it. That's why when we cut you, you always have to run off. Because you don't like what the Bible really says. So what you do is like me editing a video or something. It's like editing a video. You cut out the important parts and you leave the good sounding parts. Like John 3:16. Alright? And you make it your own way. You don't like the Bible. You only like John 3:16. Other than that, you don't like the Bible. You hate it. And you hate us, which is good. All right, we don't want you. We don't want you fake Christians loving us. We don't want you doing that. That's why we hate these Christians. Not saying that we can't wake them up, because that is possible. That is possible to wake up a pastor if they really are willing to listen to the true word of the Lord. But other than that, most of you fake Christians, you fake pastors, you don't love the Bible. You phony. But back to the main point. This Max, they're really going to push it heavy. All right. What they're going to do is Revelation 12:12. That's what they're going to do. All right. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, and Shalom.